Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello. Welcome to the vlog, my life on two wheels. So we're going to be doing this in two parts. The first part is a closer in-depth look at my titanium number 22 called The Great Divide. It's not a name I gave it, it's just the model name. And then part two, we're going to get into the things I really like about this bike. And there's a couple of, what should we say, niggly things that I don't like so much about this bike. Now, the original plan for this week's vlog was to take you outside and to show you a little bit about winter in Ottawa, because I kind of touched on that a little bit last week with my winter training tips. However, it's Armageddon out there. We got dumped on. Yeah, we probably got close to 30 centimeters of snow. So I'm not going outside today. I'm not taking you outside today. I wouldn't do that to you. The Great Divide. That's not the relationship between you and I. No. That is the name of this bike. This is the number 22 Great Divide. Full on titanium, baby.
Yeah, you wanna put that dish in your mouth.
I did a video on this about 2 years ago. So that's how long I've had this bike. One of the reasons why I want to do a deeper dive into the number 22, my pride and joy, by the way, is mostly because that video is my highest running one on YouTube. So thank you very much for checking it out. But I filmed it outside and I really didn't get too deep into the component choice. So let's talk about the spec on the titanium number 22. This is a road frame. I purchased it as a rim brake version. I don't think the disc brake was actually available at the time, or it was just coming out. You can now, of course, source the Great Divide with disc brakes. It is a size 56. The company, number 22, manufactured these out of Johnstown, New York, but a lot of the design activity happens in Toronto, Ontario. About a 4-hour drive from here in Ottawa. Now let's talk real quick about the specs on this bad boy. It's got a Dura-Ace Di2 9150 Grupo on it, so partially integrated routing. The exterior cabling is just to handle the rim brakes. It has an Ultegra chain on it. It has an Ultegra cassette on it. The Ultegra cassette is an 1132. The Dura-Ace chain rings are 5239. Bottle cages, Shimano Pro. Nothing too special there. I would like to change those out at some point, and that might be a purchase in the near future. I'd like to switch those out possibly for the Silca titanium versions. Okay, so what else are we looking at here? It is fully loaded. I'm going to say that about this bike. It has Envy hoops on it. They are the SCS 3.4s, a little bit shallower at the front, a little bit wider at the back. Those are great hoops. The tires are the Vittoria Corsa Graphene 2.0s with the tan walls. Love those. However, I will probably try changing those out for next season. I'm going to try either the Pirellis or the Goodyear option, again with the tan wall, because I think the tan wall tires on this bike look dope. Let's get into Chris King a little bit. It's got Chris King hubs on those Envy hoops. It's got a Chris King T47 bottom bracket, and it has a Chris King headset. So sweet. The saddle of choice is a Cilia Italia SLR Superflow. It's got a ginormous cutout in it. This is another feature which I may change at some point. I'm looking at a few saddle options. It's not horrific. It's not a bad saddle, but I'm looking. The cockpit is Envy. The stem is 110 millimeter Envy carbon stem. It also got the Smart System handlebars, Aero handlebars. I've also, Linda calls these comfort bars because it is quite nice to rest your hands on the tops. I didn't love those to begin with, but now I can't live without them. They're a part of me. And off the front is the Garmin mount. It is NV carbon fiber, and it slots in very nicely right underneath the handlebars. Pedals of choice. I did have Dura-Ace pedals on there. Took those off because I wanted to track my power, and I put on a single-sided Assioma pedal. So there you have it. My pride and joy. Number 22, Great Divide. That's part 1. Part 2 next week is a look at the things that I love about this bike. And surprisingly, there's a couple of things that I'm not too crazy about. We'll get into it next week. Have a great week. We will regroup. Take care.